Hi, I'm excited to show you a couple of demonstrations for how Norwex cleans versus a chemical cleaner. So with Norwex, we are cleaning mechanically. These cloths are made out of fibers that are incredibly small. Those really small fibers go to work actually removing everything from our surface and cleaning our surfaces for us mechanically using just a cloth and water. So to show you that, I'm going to do two demonstrations and a little comparison so you can get a good visual. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull out some raw chicken. So this is a little piece of chicken in a bag, and I'm going to rub this all over my cutting board. Okay. This is a Norwex cutting board, but there's nothing antibacterial about the cutting board. This is just a really good surface so that I'm not wiping it on my desk. So first thing I'm going to do is clean off my fingers because I just touched raw chicken and that is gross. So now I'm able to clean my hand, and then I'm going to take that same side of the cloth and clean my surface. So now my cutting board is clean. I could lick it, but that's kind of awkward and not super scientific, so I like these a lot better. These are protein test swabs. What these swabs do is check for any trace of protein left on my surface. So it makes sure that my surface is truly clean. So I'm going to take my swab, 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 and then on the side there's a key. Green is clean, gray or any shade of purple shows a dirty test. So we get the solution down in there and you can see that that is green. There's nothing left on the surface. Next thing I'll do is take that same side of the cloth and I'm going to rub it back down on my surface, because we know if this was a paper towel, I would just be smearing whatever I picked up back onto my surface. So I'll test again. Still clean. These cloths are woven so densely that everything I pick up is pulled into it like a vacuum, and it's not smearing around my surface. I'm not, smearing it around my house. I'm able to just leave my surfaces clean. Next, I'll test the cloth itself and see when I'm rubbing it directly with the swab if anything comes off the swab or the cloth onto my swab. Still clean. And then finally, I'm going to check the chicken itself and see what happens when I touch it directly with the swab. And you can see that's already turning purple. Ooh, that is a lovely shade of purple. But you do not want to see that when you check your countertops, right? So I love this demonstration because it shows how well these products work to clean anything in our house, and I'm able to replace the cleaning products that I used to use with Norwex cloths and water, which is so much healthier for our family, healthier for the environment. I love that. But what I found after doing parties for several years would be I would go to my beautiful hosts' homes and I would find just regular products like these. And so just disinfecting wipes, no brand specific, but disinfecting wipes. And we have been trained that we need a product, that we need to put something on our surfaces, that we need to use something to clean. And that's the way we've done it for a long time, right? So with chemical cleaning, like with disinfecting wipes, the purpose is to kill what's on your surface. With Norwex, we're mechanically removing the things on our surface. With disinfecting wipes, we are killing it, right? And so the only issues with these is a lot of times we don't read all of the fine print on the back. That is a lot to read, but there's a couple things that are really important that I didn't realize. One is, for these products to be effective, you need to know the contact time. So for this one in particular, it tells you that your surface needs to be visibly wet for a full 4 minutes. Usually these dry out pretty quickly, so you're gonna need to go through a few wipes to make sure your surface is wet the entire contact time so that you are killing what's on your surface. The other thing it tells you is that if you are using these on a surface that will come in contact with food or children's hands, which end up in their mouth, anything that's gonna be getting into our body, then we need to rinse that area or that item with water after we've waited the 4 minutes to make sure that it's clean. And read the directions on the products that you use, but it's usually very similar. It also tells you on here that precautionary statement, hazards to humans and domestic animals. So with these, they can be really effective at killing germs. If you use them properly, then that is what they're intended to do. But I'm gonna give you a good visual so you can see the difference between chemically cleaning and mechanically cleaning your home. So this is a product called Glow Germ. So this simulates germs on a surface. This is also really fun when you're trying to help your kids learn how to wash their hands properly. Anyway, it's super fun to use, and then it reacts with a black light. So what this does is it simulates germs on a surface so you can actually see it. So this is what we'll use to do our comparison. I'm gonna glove up because these products, it also tells you to make sure that you wash your hands after touching them. And if I can avoid it, I don't want to get this on my skin, which is my body's largest organ. So there we are. Okay, so black light, germ powder, and you can see I'm just spreading the glow germ all over my board. Okay, now I'll take my Envirocloth and it takes it right away. So I'm not spreading it, I'm able to mechanically remove it from my surface. So now I'll go back with this. When you think about cleaning the next children's toy, the next area in your kitchen or bathroom, the next table at the restaurant, whatever, I'm spreading what I just picked up to that next area. And I need to make sure this is wet for 4 minutes to kill what's on there, and then I leave the dead bacteria, the dead whatever, and the residue from the wipe behind, which is why you need to do a potable water rinse. Versus mechanically cleaning, where I'm able to actually just remove that glow germ powder and I'm not transferring it. Isn't that cool? So again, this is left behind, all that residue. And then again, make sure that you follow the directions on your product so that you are doing what you want to do with it and killing everything that's on the surface. Because if it's not wet for that full contact time, then you're not actually killing what's on the surface. And then make sure that you're doing a potable rinse afterwards. If it is a surface that's going to come in contact with food, just follow the directions on your packaging. Whereas with this, I'm able to actually leave it completely clean. So I'm picking up all those germs, I'm picking up all the germ powder, not spreading it around. Isn't that cool? So super, super simple, super effective. I'm only using water, so I'm not needing to expose myself or my family to anything else. Anyway, if you have questions, be sure to reach out and let me know. But I hope that that is helpful in a visual of mechanical cleaning versus chemical cleaning.